From hotspots and hidden gems to lots of local flavor, it's LA the unscripted way. And tonight, we're going fully female. Like a fine wine, women only get better with age. And tonight, we're bringing you some of our favorite fearless females from this gorgeous location, the Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery. Up first, it's not grapes that made her famous, it's margaritas, skinny girl margaritas to be exact, and the rest, as they say, is history.
I'm a doer, so I'm most comfortable when I'm doing. I just do everything to the best of my ability. Nike said it best, just do it and execute, but be organized, and you have to build your plane while flying it. I just started on one thing that I cared about, which is how businesses happen for me too. Hurricane Harvey, and no one would even listen to me or donate with me. But then you show up and you're there and people know you're there, and so that's your first piece of experience that people can see. Under my 501c3 partner on the ground is Global Empowerment Mission, and we've done relief efforts all over the world. And what's going on in the Ukraine right now, we have a travel partner that we're working with to relocate people, and that's through tickets, through train tickets and plane tickets. It's the time when I'm the most connected to people, honestly, this time when we're talking about helping and connecting, and I'm in mode as what I really, really do and who I really am. Commenting on somebody's outfit or who's divorcing who, it's not really who I am. I think negativity is very contagious and people don't realize it, and you just have to think about what's around you that's negative and eliminate that, because that's also contagious. My work-life balance is more of a goal, which I'm totally getting towards. But business-wise, I'm happy. I have a book coming out. My new book is Business is Personal. You can pre-order it now. The book provides numerous stories on how a non-traditional road to success can be accessible to all, and you don't have to have gone to business school, and you don't have to know everybody. Just ways and crazy ways that I've been successful in my career through non-traditional routes. My book was dedicated to women because they're just constantly trying to look good and get their kids to school and feel good and get a good night's sleep and work out and know what the hell skincare they're supposed to use. I am a woman who is a mom and an entrepreneur, and I show myself with no makeup and warts and all.
And Bethany isn't the only woman dedicating so much of her life to helping others. In fact, all our women tonight are. Like this famous face who danced with the stars right into our hearts. Now Brooke Burke has revolutionized the workout.
So, we have kind of a slogan at BB Body, Sweat Smart, and that's sort of how we're approaching it, that we are the digital gym now wherever you want us to be for everybody at every age, at every fitness level, because it's a program for real women, and you don't have to be an advanced fitness enthusiast to work out with me. There's things that my mom could do. We have family fitness. There's partner workouts. One of the excuses that comes up a lot is time. I don't have time to take care of myself. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time for wellness. And I always joke, but it's true. You don't have time to not work out. You don't have time to not take care of yourself, because the other side of that is really scary. What happens when you lose your mobility, when you don't have energy, when you don't have longevity? It's not really just about the booty and about the bikini. And I keep telling people, just start somewhere, start small, make daily goals. Part of winning, I think, is meeting ourselves with love and kindness and compassion. And there's a lot of pressure on us in this town, in this city, in this business. I can teach you how to get into great shape. It's kind of the easy work, and that's hard enough. So I want it to begin in the mind, and I want it to live in the heart. At Brooke Body, there's a big element of mindfulness. It's not just fitness. How do we feel? How do we treat ourselves? How do we feel when we wake up in the morning? And if it's funky or if it's off, how do we shift into a healthier mindset? My mentality is ageless, yeah. And there's good days and there's bad days, but I'm a little bit of a biohacking geek. I think that there are ways to combat stress, and there are ways to feel good, and there are ways to create energy and longevity. NAD is something that we're born with, and then when we turn 40, we produce less and less of it. True Niagen improves the production of NAD. So I've been taking it for over 5 years. It's basically a supplement for your cells, just to simplify. And I feel like it really improves just my overall well-being. But I take it every day like clockwork. The same way that I make sure I'm mindful in the morning. But get out there and sweat, move your body, encourage each other to live a healthier life, give somebody like a helping hand, get an accountability buddy. Grab your girlfriend, say, hey, this week we're gonna work out 4 times together. Hold them accountable. We need it.
She is such a nice person and stunning inside and out, as is this young lady who has actually lived her entire life inside out and upside down on reality television. Now the Give Them Lala girl is giving you the real story in her new book.
Even though I'm on your TV, we all are bonded and can relate on a level that you may not understand just by turning on an hour of Vanderpump Rules. There are so many times that we connect with people or maybe don't connect with people, and we fail to think about what that person may have gone through in their life to make them who they are, why they have the opinions they do. For me, I stepped onto this show that was about my life, and I may have rubbed people the wrong way, but the things that I've been through in my past made me this way today, and that shouldn't be looked down upon, that should be celebrated. Give Them Lala was like in my 25-year-old, super vain mind. I was like, give the people what they want, which is me. But as I got older and kind of evolved, it became something so much more, which was basically give them who you are and unapologetically. I really wanted the book to embody, like how I got to where I am today. We should all reserve the right to evolve. We should never be held to our past choices, but who we are today. I think I got lucky because she's such an amazing baby. Like, she's so chill and awesome, but she's one and she's my best friend. You look at the world very differently. I want her to be strong, and I want her to know that her voice matters. And I don't want her to be afraid to have opinions and have strong thoughts. And, people may not agree with you, and that's okay. That's what makes this world amazing, is that there's so many people trying to make different things happen. And that's my biggest thing. I want her to go out into the world and be a productive person. You have to feel like you are good enough. You have to know you are good enough.
And coming up, we're flying high and dancing on angel wings. We'll be right back. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery, and our Fearless Female Special as we reveal the women who do so much for so many. Case in point, Michelle Mace Curran, former lead solo for the Air Force Thunderbirds, and her nonprofit that helps one of the most important groups in the country, our veterans.
I saw an F-15 take off with its afterburner lit at dusk, and you could just see the flame coming out the back, and you could hear the jet noise, and it reverberates in your chest like a bass does at a concert. And it was like a visceral reaction. I was like, that is what I'm going to do, and what do I need to do to make it happen? I'm Michelle Curran, former lead solo for the Air Force Thunderbirds. It was a cool spot to be in for me personally to fly, but also because I think it was such a visual representation of like a strong woman for little girls, right? You have the braid that they can see, you have the upside down flying, you have the high G's, the fast climbs. All of that is very visually impressive. And I think it just was the perfect formula for inspiring a lot of people. But my favorite part of being on the Thunderbirds was actually not the flying, although that was fun. It was this platform that all of a sudden had to inspire people. Vogue is something that I've joined as kind of a passion project. It stands for Veterans Outdoor Advocacy Group. We've seen the need for options for veterans struggling with mental health. The whole goal is for outdoor therapy to be an adjunct treatment through the VA. So if a veteran goes to their VA health care provider with a mental health concern, instead of just having traditional therapy or pharmaceuticals, they could be prescribed, no kidding, outdoor therapy with like controlled, vetted people and institutions and organizations that know how to handle what they're going through and are familiar with the struggles that veterans have. So if you are a veteran or you know someone who's a veteran who would love to get outside with like a trained guide in a controlled setting, and it's all kinds of things, rock climbing, stand-up paddleboarding, skiing, mountain biking. So nominate yourself or nominate someone else. We are paying for all of these trips for the veteran. And so we would love any support that anyone can give.
The Veterans Outdoor Advocacy Group is just one reason Michelle is a true angel. And speaking of angels, up next, the woman who turned the City of Angels into an Instagram art show phenomenon. We'll be right back.
'Tis the season for the flu, and everyone deserves quality health care. So now our sponsor, Covered California, is telling you exactly how to get it.
We just lived through a pandemic. And so we have learned and seen in so many ways how healthcare is integral to our lives, how being healthy lets us live happy, fulfilling lives. We still have COVID, we have RSV, we have the flu, and we have so many other things that can happen to your health. Every plan offered on Covered California covers all 10 categories of what we call the essential health benefits. Covered California is California's Affordable Care Act marketplace. We are the place where you can come if you need to buy health insurance for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. We provide access to the brand name insurance companies that you know, and we are the only place in California where you can receive financial assistance for buying that health insurance coverage based on your income. Covered California's 10th year, so we opened our doors as our 10th open enrollment period, and we are really celebrating a decade of providing access to quality, affordable healthcare and the incredible gains that California has been able to make by investing in healthcare, by investing in access. We have lowered our uninsured rate from over 17% to 7%. That is the largest drop of any state in the entire nation, and we are so proud that we headed into our 10th open enrollment at record high enrollment, over 1.7 million Californians enrolled, and record levels of affordability as well. If you are in a situation where some people in your household are working and they are receiving coverage from the employer and subsidies for that, the employer is paying for some of that plan, but the family members, the spouse, the kids, right, they may have access to that insurance, but it's not affordable. Those family members are now eligible for subsidies on Covered California, and we estimate there are nearly 400,000 Californians who are newly eligible for subsidies and could find a more affordable option for their family's health insurance now.
It's easy to check if you're eligible, right? What do you have to do?
You just have to go to coveredca.com and take 5 minutes to see 4 pieces of information, and you'll get a quick understanding of if you're going to be eligible, what choices are available, all of that.
Super easy.
We know the Southern California lifestyle. You are outside, you are active, you are surfing, you are at the beach, you are rollerblading along the coast, whatever that looks like. And that lifestyle is synonymous with health. It's synonymous with being healthy, with investing in your health, with enjoying your life. So hopefully Southern Californians know just how important it is to invest in your health care.
Hey LA Unscripted, I'm Elle Young coming to you live from Equinox, and today we're gonna focus on strength. Now the push-up is a great move because it really truly does work your entire body. So I'm gonna give you a few variations to help get you through it. Start off first in this quadruped position, or all fours, and then just simply take the legs back one at a time. Now this is the hardest level for a push-up. You go all the way down and come all the way up, trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together, all the way down and up. Now maybe you've got some injuries, or maybe you're just not there yet, and that's okay. We'll drop down to the knees and repeat it. All the way down and up. And now, if you've gotten to your toes, but maybe you're starting to get a little tired, just go all the way down, chest and hips fully to the ground, and then push yourself up. Now, push-ups can be done anytime or anywhere, and they're pretty much in all of our workouts. So, LA Unscripted, add this one to your own workout.
Welcome back to LA Unscripted as we celebrate women we love. And this one is truly heaven sent. You see, it all started when Colette Miller envisioned the idea of a giant set of angel wings painted on a wall in the city of Los Angeles. Now she's a global phenomenon and an Instagram darling, and she actually made us our own set of wings. How did you get started doing this?
The Global Angel Wings project began in 2012 in the streets of LA. I did start with the City of Angels intentionally because it's called the City of Angels, and I just felt an urgency to act on that idea and vision and make them human sized so that people could become part of the art and be reminded of their higher natures. They became popular very quickly through social media and Instagram, which I did not even have. It's great to see all the different ideas people have in front of the wings. The internet propelled it to become international right away. And then I just did the World Trade Center last month with Spotify on the top floor of World Trade Center 4.
She's gonna let me add my own personal touches to this. I feel like we need some more blue. You know, like KTLA blue. Oh my God, I feel like such an artist right now. An artiste, I like to say artiste. And do we want the paper to kind of go in the middle?
Yeah, that would be the best.
Okay.
I paint the wings at home and then I adhere them to the surface with varnishes and art gel mediums and transparent paint like glue paint, and they become embedded into the surface. As you can see, this surface has a lot of texture, and so I just finish it and shape it on site and work sometimes on the background.
I'm helping one of the most famous artists in Los Angeles with one of my most famous artistic projects that I've ever seen. I actually remember these wings from when I first moved to LA, and I love the fact that I'm actually working with her right now to help her. I'm getting my wings. Yeah, where's the artist sign? I'm just kidding.
We want to thank Intelligentsia Coffee, smack middle in Hollywood on Cahuenga and Hollywood Boulevard, for giving this wall to make this mural happen.
This is the first photo ever taken in front of the new remarkable set of angel wings. Now that's impressive. And you may remember Allison Porter by a different name, Curly Sue, the role that first launched her to childhood stardom. But Allison went on to completely rethink her career and is now helping others rethink their own lives.
There's something about using your voice and connecting and telling a story with music and melody that is just like such an emotional experience. I first started acting when I was 3 years old. So I did some commercials, and then when I was 5 years old, I was on Star Search, and that sort of catapulted me into the real world of the entertainment business. And then Curly Sue, I know that I went in a number of times, but it was just, you know, another audition. I was just a kid actor. I just did audition after audition. If I was lucky enough to book something, then I did. And that was just one thing that was like pretty incredible to be able to experience. I had a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old and an almost 2-year-old when I went on The Voice. I think it was just exactly what I needed at the time. And so I sort of went in with like this feeling of like, this is ridiculous and nothing's going to happen. It's just going to be a thing and it'll be over. And then of course it kept being a thing and kept being a thing. And it just materialized into this insane experience. I mean, I've talked openly about sobriety, so I always have to give it up, number one, to that. And that's been an interesting journey in my life. Of course, had experiences as a child actor that you hear about all the time. The pressures, the experiences, sort of being treated like an adult from a very young age and things like that. But what I will say, now that I'm a wise 40-year-old woman, which is so weird, is that I feel like I've been able to turn sort of any of those negative experiences or traumas or whatever into lessons. And I am not angry about them. And I use them in my work when I'm working with kids, because I teach a lot of, I vocal coach a lot of really incredibly talented kids and that are new into coming into the business. So for me to be able to use my experiences and help these parents and help these kids and sort of give them a different view on certain things and help them, be comfortable in this very strange industry has been like really healing and really amazing for me.
So many incredible women. We thank you all for your time, and thank you again to our wonderful hosts here at the Newport Beach Vineyard and Winery. Come have a tour and a drink and maybe even kiss a goat. Until next time, mwah.